Dean, quick turnaround from Saturday's game, but I'd imagine the manner in which you lost that game, you probably want that.
Yeah, I think it always helps when you have a game so soon after. Obviously a disappointing result, but in terms of performance it was everything we could have asked for, just lacking a little bit of quality in the final third, but overall was a decent performance, just a little bit unlucky.
You spoke to Jordan about it, and he said, the manager said you haven't looked like conceding in the last 3 or 4 games, and obviously it was a mistake, but is it frustrating as a defence, because like you said you did enough to keep a clean sheet in that game?
Yeah, obviously everyone's frustrated. I know more so than Dave. Obviously he's incredibly frustrated about what happened on Saturday, but that's football, things happen. You can plan for everything, but mistakes will be made, and you have to adapt to it and try and affect it. But overall, as a back four, we've been pleased. Last 3 or 4 performances have been good. We've changed the way we play slightly, and it seems to be making us look a lot more solid. And we're pleased with how it's going.
I imagine that's largely down to the fact you've been able to keep a consistent back five, but obviously with Lee injured and George, it's changed. But I thought George came in and did really well on Saturday. Yeah,
he did come in. He's done a lot of work behind the scenes with Gary and with the gaffer on his positional sense, and just trying to get him more adjusted to defender rather than that midfield role. And I think on Saturday, I think everyone could see it paid off. It was great defensively, and also he's going forward. He's very good, and we know about that anyway. But his defensive side was particularly good.
I think I know the answer to this, but what's the mood like in the camp coming off the back of that defeat? Obviously, it was only the first in 4 games, but I'd imagine it's still really high.
Yeah, it's still good. It was a bit kick in the teeth on Saturday when you do quite well and you don't get the result. It is disappointing, and the results around us kind of went our way. And if we'd have got at least a point there, we'd have been right in the tails of the playoffs. And it just seems every time we get close, we sort of we throw it away again. So it's the mood's okay at the moment. We just need to just stay with that pack, and hopefully we can try and catch them.
Unique situation in that you're playing Oldham just about 2 weeks after you played them for the first time. Does that benefit you as a player? Do you know, is it fresh in your mind what you're going to be up against and how to beat them?
A little bit, you know the players, but we play against most of these players year in, year out, so you know them anyway. And I would have thought it'd be a different game to what it was here. I don't think they'll come and sit in like they did here. So it'll be a new challenge, but as you say, you played them 2 weeks ago, so you kind of got it fresh in your mind what they're about.
It's going to be a difficult game. It always is up at Boundary Park, but I suppose it's a type of result. If you can get a result there, it can really fill your confidence going into the games ahead. Some big games coming up in March. Yeah,
we just need to just keep picking up the points. Last 2 or 3 months we've having little runs of defeats and little runs of wins, and it's just important now to try and even it out a little bit more and be a little bit more consistent. So obviously we're trying to pick up as many points as we can, and that starts on Tuesday.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank you.